and welcome to another episode of 10 Minutes with 10 Leaves. I'm your host, Bhumika Arora, and today we are talking about something that affects all of us, whether we realize it or not, managing our money wisely. We all work hard to earn money, but what happens next? Do we save it, invest it, or just let it sit in our bank accounts? And more importantly, are we making the most of what we have? That's where asset management comes in. Now, I know asset management might sound like something only big corporations or finance experts worry about. But the truth is, it's something we all do, whether we are planning for a dream vacation, buying a home, or simply making sure we have enough for the future. To break this down in a way that's easy to understand, we have Zohaib Khalid with us today, an expert in asset management. Zohaib, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bhumika. I am really excited to be here and looking forward to the conversation.
Yes, Zoeb. Let's start with something very simple. When we hear asset management, it can sound a bit complex or intimidating. But at its core, what does it really mean? And if we look back in time, how did people manage their money and wealth, say 100 years ago compared to today?
Great question, Bhumika. So, to discuss the first part of the question, I would say the asset management is just a fancy way of saying taking care of your money in a smart way. It's simply all about making informed decisions to grow your wealth while managing risks. So, if we go back 100 years ago, people used to manage their wealth in a very different ways. They prefer to invest in things they could physically see and touch, like gold, land, livestock. Many people relied on the real estate as well because that renting out property was a reliable way to earn an income. Back then, definitely banks existed, but they were not as sophisticated as they are now. So most people simply saved their money in the form of cash, or maybe they put in the bank account with the minimum interest rate. So there were no mutual funds, no stock markets, and even not digital assets. And most importantly, the investment options were very, very limited. So now, if we fast forward to today, the things are really different. We have an advanced financial global market which offers structured products, stock markets, bonds, mutual funds, real estate funds, and even most important and popular, the digital assets. Also, I believe that technology has made investing much easier and much more accessible than ever before. But with more options also comes with more confusions. So now here's the question: how do you know what is right for you? So that's where understanding of an asset management really helps.
Zoeb, I think that's a very clear way to put it. And it's fascinating to see how people's approach to money has changed over time. But the end of the day, Zoeb, the goal remains the same, making sure we use our money wisely. And now that we know what asset management is, I mean, you've given a good insight about that. Let's talk about the different ways people invest their money today. When someone thinks about investing, they generally, it's usually they think about the stock market. But Zoe, tell us, is that the only option available?
So not at all, Bhumika. Investing is not just about stocks. There are many other options and each tailored to different individuals, depending of course on their financial goals and the risk tolerance. Some people like investing in stocks because they have the potential to grow in value over a period of time. But other prefer bonds, which is a more stable and of course provide a steady source of income. I would say the real estate is still a very popular choice. Buying properties to rent out and even sell later be a great way to build wealth. Then also there are structured products and investment funds. These are like baskets that hold different kind of investments and asset classes, making it easier for the people to diversify their portfolio without taking too much risk. And also, in recent years, we have seen people investing in alternate assets, things like gold, artwork, collectible, and even most popular digital currencies. The idea is to find a mix of investments that match your financial goals, that match your comfort level, and the most importantly, match your risk tolerance.
Hmm. That really opens up a whole world of possibilities, right? I think a lot of people assume that investing means picking stocks and hoping for the best. But as you said, Zoe, that there are so many ways to grow your money beyond that. I think one of the biggest questions people have today is why does it even matter? If I'm earning enough and saving some of it, isn't that like good enough? Why should I actively manage my money, Zoeb?
Well, Bhumika, see, that's a great point, and honestly, I believe a lot of people think that way. The
Hmm.
problem is not that you are earning money or you are saving. The point is, are you really putting your money in a place where that money is really going to work for you? And actually, inflation reduces it over a period of time if you put it in a bank account. So, without a plan, you could miss out on opportunities to grow your wealth. Definitely, asset management is important because it really helps you to make the most of what you have. It's not just about making money, it's about securing your future. So, whether you are saving for a home or you are saving for a child education or even you are planning for a retirement, managing your money wisely can make a huge difference. I would say, especially for the businesses and the corporates, asset management ensures financial stability and growth. Company needs to plan how they use their money just as much as an individual do, if not more. So, lastly, let's not forget the risk management part. Diversifying your investment protects you from unexpected financial losses. Instead of putting all your money in one place, asset management really helps you spread it out wisely.
Zoeb, that's like a very important point. I mean, I'm definitely after this podcast, I'm going to think about where to invest my money. Um, and I think it's not just about growing money, but making sure that it's safe and working towards our future goals. Okay, Zoeb, let's say someone is listening to this and thinking, I want to start managing my money better, but they don't have an idea where to begin. So, what is your advice to them? Like, what should be the first step?
Uh, well, good question, Bhumika. That's a question which most of us have in mind. And honestly speaking, at one point of time, I was thinking the same question, like from where to start. So the
Right.
first step, understanding your financial goals. You should have a very clear understanding what you want to achieve. You should ask yourself, why do you want to invest? Are you saving for a big purchase or planning for a retirement or just looking to grow your wealth over a period of time? So having a clear goal really helps you make a better decisions. So once you set your financial goals, the next step is to look about your risk tolerance. That is a really important and very critical point which anyone need to understand before taking decisions on the investments. Some people are comfortable with the higher risk investments like stocks, while other prefer safer options like bond or real estates. Once you know your financial goals and you are comfortable with the risk tolerance, start exploring different investment options. I would say, and I suggest, beginners find out it helpful to work with the financial advisors who can really guide them. But in case if you prefer to manage your own investment, there are plenty of online platforms that make it easy. Lastly, and most importantly, I must suggest start with a small but be consistent. That's a key. You don't need to put a lot of money to begin. What matter is making a smart and informed choices over a period of time.
I think that's a very practical approach towards it, Zoeb. It's all about setting goals, understanding the risk, and taking small steps to get started, one step at a time, maybe. Okay, Zoe, this has been a very insightful discussion. You've definitely made asset management feel so much more approachable. And I'm sure our listeners will find this conversation really valuable.
Bhumika, thank you so much for keeping me in this conversation. I really enjoyed our conversation and I hope it inspires more people to take control of their financial future.
Zoe, it was our pleasure to have you here. And at the end of the day, managing our money wisely is one of the most important life skills one can develop. And the good news is it's never too late to start, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, yes, yes. All right, that's it for today's episode of 10 Minutes with 10 Leaves. If you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to reach out to us. See you all next time with more actionable insights. Until then, stay curious, stay informed.